just want to cover some of the details for our knee through pass. There's a lot that happens in here, so just going to give you a couple of pieces of advice or a couple of little things that you should be focusing on. Okay. So I'll start with my opponent in close of guard. I'm immediately starting to stand, coming up, opening the guard. I like to come back. If I come back too far, I might have to play with these laser beams for a little bit, separating the feet, and I can go cross side, shin to hamstring. Okay, now when I come down, stepping over the leg and looking for the inside space. First thing that I'm going to have to worry about is this leg on the outside. Okay, so I've put my hand on the inside of the ribs. It's just on the top of the, on the bottom of the floating ribs, and my elbow is out at the knee. Now, what I'm trying to avoid is this foot coming over onto my shoulder. Don't want that happening. Or the knee coming under my arm and getting a knee shield. Okay? So from here, I can just track the movement on the knee. So when the foot tries to come over, I'm opening my elbow up, making it very difficult for the foot to come over. Taking my head away, turning my shoulder, whatever I need to do. If the knee tries to come under, I'm just tracking it to keep on the inside. Alright. First one I'm going to look at is our underhook. So it's the similar sort of a positioning to the underhook that I'm using to recover in half guard. So my hand starts off at the armpit and ends at the elbow. I'm trying to take her elbow above the shoulder. Now this is going to give me more stability and her make her a little bit weaker. Okay, now that shoulder's a little bit useless. You know, sometimes I'll start dragging this, pushing the face away, stuff like that, but I'm really not worried about that because that's going to give us some positions where we can go into our cross face arm, so head arm triangle. So I'm blocking out that. The arm, I need this underhook, okay? Because it's, as I take my chest over that far shoulder, it's going to stop their ability to turn back towards me, okay? I don't want them getting an underhook, so I usually keep my elbow close into the armpit. All right. If they do get an underhook and they're able to turn back towards us, now I have to be very cautious that my back is going to get taken. Keeping it in here, pushing my head and my chest over that far shoulder. Now I can slide through for the pass, walking back onto the hips, secure inside control. The other option is grabbing onto this top lapel, the far lapel. Now, when I'm grabbing onto this far lapel, I'm doing the same thing. I'm trying to keep that shoulder pressed to the mat. So I'm pressing down onto it. I'm looking to take my elbow into the armpit. All right, this is immediately filling up that space so the knee's not going to have a chance to come back in. If I need, I can pull up this elbow, sliding all the way through, walking back onto the hips to turn them away, secure this cross face for the pass. Option 3, I'm onto this close side lapel, the cross lapel for me. Now, I'm not trying to hold this down because if I hold this down, I'll just turn straight in quite easily, okay? So what I need to do is bury my elbow into the sternum and use that to lever the shoulder up. Now when they start to turn towards me, quite difficult. Again, I can lift up that arm, sliding all the way through, walking back onto the hips, securing cross face and the underhook for my side control. So let's have a look at a couple of the ways that I might deal with this knee shield as well. I'll just give you a couple of options. One we've already worked on. When the knee shield's in, I'm grabbing onto the top lapel, pushing the shoulder away from me. I'm sliding my knee, pointing it towards the belly button, and driving my hips to my right. Okay, as soon as I do, elbow comes in close, and I've recovered that inside position. Then I can start my pass. The second option that I like, okay, this is quite a violent one. So this is why I like it. Opponent's thrown in the knee shield. I'm going to do the same sort of action. I'm drawing my knee across the center line into the belly button. And now I'm going to drive. I'm in this half squat position, so I'm going to be able to drive all the way to my right, pinning this top leg to the mat. So I'm going to base, drive to the right, and come out over the top of that knee to pin it to the mat. All right, I'm pinching on the outside of the hip to stop them squaring back up. It's going to be hard for her to put her shoulders back onto the mat and be square because I'm blocking this hip out. Now I can reach through behind, gripping all the way through. I'm trying to get to that far shoulder. I have very strong wrists in this position, so I've found that for me, once I get out to the left again, I can open my elbow quite easily. I've had a lot of students that have had more success going thumb in. It's going to be up to you. I prefer fingers in. Okay? Now I'm going to dive back to my left and come back to my original position. This is called a face crank for a reason. I'm going to open up my elbow and crank that face away. I have put some people out with this one. All right? The other option is they turn towards me and I just come up for my cross choke to get the tap there anyway. Even when I threaten the cross choke, I'll still look to pass and flatten them back out and pick the choke up on the side control. So once I get this nice deep grip, I'm opening up my elbow, the hips are unable to follow, I can come all the way through, walking back onto the hips, securing side control. Just a couple of the options for our knee through pass. I'll look at a few more of them in detail later.